Oh, dang, dude, he's got a stick? Holy smokes, dude, this is the conference?
All of you must decide whether you're going to speak or I'm going to speak. Hello, make up your mind. Are you going to be talking or me going to be talking? Please make up your mind on this. If you keep quiet, I will speak. Hello? You're in United States, I'm sure you understand English. Hello, all of you out there. Are you going to be speaking or me? Please make up your mind. Both will not be speaking here. Please, all of you, whoever is talking around you, if you don't silence them, I will be silent for you. I will spend my 45 minutes just like this and leave. This is not a political speech to simply say something and go. What is this?
But then 0.0001% that I'm talking about, they mess up for everybody. To be aware of a guest, doesn't matter if it's Sadhguru, even if there is like a small comedian, if he goes up the stage, you can't be chit-chatting, you have to respect the stage, don't you think? It could be the fault of TANA, the organizers, it could be the fault of Sadhguru's team who haven't prepared him, but TANA is Telugu Association of North America. These organizations were established back in the 70s and they are like huge because people speaking my language.
Right.
It's an association for us.
And what language do you speak?
Telugu.
Telugu.
The fastest growing language is Telugu.
What?
More than Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
You know what's funny? I don't speak Spanish, but I'm brown. So everybody comes up to me like, hey, they start speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, look, I'm brown, but I don't speak the language. I'm sorry.
So very soon they'll start to talk to you in Telugu. Because most of the IT professionals in United States are from Hyderabad, which is my hometown. They all speak Telugu. I imagine for TANA, there are maybe about 20,000 people who attended this conference in Philadelphia.
Holy smokes, so this is huge.
It's a big deal. I mean, this organization also does a lot of philanthropic activities. Like if a husband passes away prematurely and they have a family, TANA steps in and helps them.
Oh man, that's cool.
If somebody has some issues with their visa, they provide some legal help and things like that. Like even medical help, legal help. They do so many good activities. So,
that's awesome.
So
man.
TANA is like a big deal. I was very distracted and disturbed when Sadhguru was making a speech at TANA conference.
And to people that don't know who he is, look him up. His wisdom is awesome. I actually came across him before you and I had ever talked about him before. He's pretty popular even in mainstream, I think. He's getting more popular.
He was on Joe Rogan show too.
That's right, that's right.
Sadhguru was speaking at this conference. We love to socialize, right? Whenever I see another Telugu guy, I'm going to stop and then I'm going to talk and make a conversation with him. So that's exactly what happened. People were socializing while this keynote speaker, Sadhguru, was put on the stage to talk about spirituality. I mean, he usually talks about spirituality and having a good life. The reason I was so disturbed was, I mean, forget Sadhguru, right? He's a big, well-known figure and he deserves a respect. Any person speaking on the stage deserves a respect.
True.
But Sadhguru, I feel he was insulted because this video went viral in India. And people are like, oh, these NRIs who are so well educated are behaving like that. He's on the stage and he's waiting for people to shut up.
Wow. And this is a huge conference. Look at this.
All of you must decide whether you're going to speak or I'm going to speak.
But look, they just flashed to the front of the audience. It looks like everybody in the front close to him is paying attention. They're ready to listen to him.
I'm thinking like 99.9% of the people are okay. It's 0.0001% that mess it up for everybody.
Yeah, look at this. These guys are ready for some wisdom to get dropped on.
Are you going to be talking or me going to be talking? Please make up your mind on this. If you keep quiet, I will speak. Hello?
Doesn't it leave a bad impression on the attendees?
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder why they went if they're not going to respect or like step into the hall. You and I have both been to huge conferences before. It's very easy if you want to have a conversation to leave that conference room and go into a hall and have a conversation.
Look at him. He's with folded hands. He is requesting, is guru of his stature, requesting the audience to remain quiet.
You know, this is
If you keep quiet, I will speak. Hello? You're in United States, I'm sure you understand English. Hello, all of you out there.
He's putting into practice his philosophy. He's in an uncomfortable situation that could be very annoying, but he's showing you how he is handling it when it's consistent with his philosophy too, if you know anything about him, right? If you researched him. So even though it was a negative experience with the audience, I think the highlight for me is that I'm able to see him actually practice what he's preaching, and that's kind of cool. So I'm looking at the audience. These guys here in the front look like they're ready, right? They're obviously ready to listen to him. They're there. Everybody's quiet. So I'm assuming that the loudness is in the back, right? The the back of the classroom, the kids, the disruptors.
Are you going to be speaking or me? Please make up your mind. Both will not be speaking here. Please, all of you, whoever is talking
and it's not like one or two people, because I imagine it wouldn't be a big deal. It's like one or two people. So there's got to be like a lot of people.
I will spend my 45 minutes just like this and leave.
He was probably allocated 45 minutes, and if he lost maybe 10-15 minutes, he's really throwing up his hand in the air. See, I feel like there are really three things wrong with this.
Okay, what do you got? What's the first one?
The first thing is,
this is not a political
I'm going to just pause it here.
Say something and go.
I've had some experience running events at my event center, right?
Right.
So we've done New Year parties, we've done a lot of, maybe over 1,000 birthday parties. So people, when they are come to celebrate or they are come to an event, they have one mindset of being chill and relaxed.
Right.
This particular event has a mixture of lot of musical events, and then they threw in a spiritual event in the middle. So people are of the mindset, they have different mindset, and maybe people might not be ready to accept a spiritual content in that setup.
So they had to switch gears really quickly. So the
Probably.
energy was very different.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because
okay,
a lot of movie actors and all that were also there. So
right.
they had a full agenda, and they probably slapped Sadhguru's thing in the middle, and so that might be a mistake. That's number one, I feel.
Yeah, got you.
The second thing is, when you're organizing a conference of that stature, I'm sure they have used event planners to plan it out, right?
Right.
But then when Sadhguru went up, two things might have happened. One is either the microphone system was not enough, wherein people in the back might not be able to hear it. That could have happened.
That's true.
Or the MC might not have briefed the audience that this is the expectation, or maybe Sadhguru's team may be at fault also, because they did not prep the audience to be quiet when he comes on stage. Because I remember attending events like this wherein you prep the audience saying, okay, you have to clap, and there is a big major way wherein you invite the guests and
right.
everybody stays quiet. So all the prep work might have been totally messed up.
It could be a combination of all those things.
Combination of all of those is very possible. But in India, this video went viral. Everybody, like my cousin, out of the blue, he calls me saying, weren't you at this conference? It was showing on TV. Why were you all guys talking in the back like in a kindergarten classroom?
Yeah. So first question, were you at the conference?
I didn't go to this particular conference.
But he's thinking, you as an American attending this conference, why are you treating him like this?
Yes. 99.9% people are good. They're following what is expected.
Yeah, I'm looking at the audience and they're ready.
So, but then 0.0001% that I'm talking about, they mess up for everybody. And it's important that they need to be aware of a guest. Doesn't matter if it's Sadhguru. Even if there is a small comedian, if he goes up the stage, you can't be chit-chatting. You have to respect the stage, don't you think?
I do, absolutely. Well, and I think it's interesting that your brother called you from India, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And put you in the camp of the 0.1%.
Yes.
Was he able to finish his speech? People finally quiet down? Is there a point, or does that continue throughout the whole time?
No, we don't know the end of the story. The beginning of the story is what really I wanted to highlight to my brothers who are watching this across the country. If you are attending a conference or even a school event or anything, get your socialization away from the core, because I love to talk to people and socialize. So it's better that I am aware of it, because even I am at fault. I might be socializing with somebody that I met after a long time sitting in a concert.
Right.
Even though I'm talking very not so loudly, people might hear it and it might distract them. So being aware of that is the first step. Then not doing it is the second step. But first you have to be aware. Those guys probably were not even aware that this is happening.
You can't. You have to have like zero self-awareness of what you're doing that's impacting them.
Let me show you another video.
All right, let's check it out. Oh, dang, dude, he's got a stick. Holy smokes, dude! This is the conference?
Yeah. This is at Philadelphia too.
Philadelphia doesn't mess around. Where do they get these sticks? Conference hall? Did they just bring it with them, or do they just have it on them?
But I did not want to post it. The reason I didn't want to post it is, of course, it's end of the day, it's my clan, right? I don't want to be sounding like I'm preaching it, because even I try to practice as much as I know. Over this weekend, I was the MC at the India Independence Day celebration. So as an MC, it's a big auditorium, which was in a high school auditorium. People were performing. But the same thing what happened at the Sadhgurus happened here.
You had the same experience that he did?
Yeah.
You had people in the back having a conversation and talking while you're trying to communicate?
Yes, not just me. Like when people were singing, looked so bad for everybody. So as an MC, I had to come out and say, hey, quiet, quiet, quiet. And then they would stay quiet. And again, after 15 minutes, it's new set of...